Hi everyone, it's day 40 and today I wanted to talk about an oil that we don't really talk about it very often, but it has some amazing properties. So I thought I would share this with you. The oil I'm going to talk about is cypress. Cypress is steam distilled from the leaves of the cypress tree, and it has kind of a woody, almost camphor aroma. And one thing I do want to mention about cypress is we do not use cypress internally. It is not one of the oils. It does not have the food fact box, and we do not use this one internally. But I am going to tell you some really amazing properties that it has. It is a vasoconstrictor. It's a tonifier. It's an antibacterial. It's an anti-rheumatic. So let's talk about these terms. I'm going to start at the top of the body because it affects a lot of the trunk of our body. First thing I want to talk about is you can dilute the cypress in a teaspoon of carrier oil, coconut oil, or sweet almond, or other carrier oils. And you would put about 3 to 4 drops in this teaspoon of oil. Now this is it for adults. Children, you would want to reduce it, but for adults you can use 3 to 4 drops of cypress. You would probably want to use about 3 drops of lemon and 1 drop of thyme. Blend that together, and you can apply it to the chest and to the back at the same level as the chest. For those times that you're having that feeling of cough, that feeling of constantly needing to cough, it can be helpful for that. It may benefit you when those coughs that you can't stop. So that's really good. Another thing that a cypress is beneficial for, and again, you're going to dilute it, but your liver and your gallbladder, liver is in the middle of the body, just below the diaphragm, and gallbladder is just to the right, and those areas get kind of congested. And cypress can be diluted and rubbed into those areas to help things be supportive and help things get moving. So rubbing that into that area can be beneficial to support your liver and gallbladder. A little further down, you have the area where the uterus is. It's just right there above the belly button is where I would say is a good way to describe it. And your uterus, this oil, you can go ahead and same dilution, about 3 or 4 drops in a teaspoon of oil, and you might also add bergamot to that, and you apply that to the uterine area. It can be very supportive of that organ for the reduction of heavy cycles, and also for those growths that grow inside of the uterus. It can be very helpful for those. And a little bit lower, another thing that cypress does is, we all know the people and the children who have a difficulty getting up at night to go to the bathroom, and you can mix these oils into a roller bottle. For children, it would only be about 5 drops. For adults, about 10. Mix it with the carrier oil. They can rub it into that area where their bladder is, and it can help reduce that feeling of not being able to hold your urine. So those are all wonderful things. Other things that it can do is you can rub it into areas where there is discomfort in the joints, in the muscles. It's especially helpful if you can rub the cypress blended with, usually it's blended with other oils, but you can use it from the feet up to the knees, rubbing it in toward the heart, and that can help with the circulatory system. You can also put some of this in the cypress, 3 to 4 drops in a teaspoon of oil, to be able to put on to the veins that are swollen, because that can reduce the size of the vein because it has vasoconstrictor properties. So it can constrict and make those veins smaller. Another thing that we use cypress for is that area of the body where there's a lot of fatty deposits, and you can blend it with eucalyptus. And a good carrier oil for this would be grapeseed oil because it's antiseptic and it's good for breaking things up. So it would be good to blend your teaspoon of oil with the 3 drops of cypress, 3 drops of eucalyptus, and rubbing it into those areas where there are those fatty deposits to help break them up. So that's a wonderful thing that cypress is good for. All these wonderful things that it's used for, but yet we don't talk about cypress very much. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to try the cypress. Give it a shot. If you have any questions, contact me. If you have any questions or concerns. And that's it for today. Have a wonderful day. Bye.